Okay, today we are learning the third method for solving quadratic equations, which is everyone's favorite thing in the world, factoring. I tried to make it happy by putting stars around it. Maybe that helped, maybe that didn't, I don't know. But first, I would like for you to do the top two that I gave you. This is using the method that you did yesterday, which is using square roots. So remember, you need to get the x squared by itself before you do the square roots. And make sure you have these copied down because I am going to put up the pause sign because some of you are not pausing it. So if I walk around, I should see the pause signs. And like you should have it paused and you should be doing it. So here you go. Okay, let's go over it. On number 1, hopefully you added 5 first. When you add 5, you get 9x squared equals 612. And then divide both sides by 9. X squared equals 68. That's not a perfect square, so I'm probably going to get a decimal of some sort. Square root both sides. X equals, did you remember the plus or minus sign? And then I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth, which I forgot to tell you beforehand, but 2 decimal places. So that would round to 8.25. I believe it was like 8.246 or something like that. Okay, and you're done. Okay, let's look at number 2. Hopefully you did that one as well. If not, pause it real quick. Okay, add 10 to both sides. That would be negative 5x squared equals negative 320. Divide by negative 5. X squared equals 64. That is a perfect square, so I don't have to deal with rounding or anything like that. X equals plus or minus 8. Okay, so that's that for square roots. Now we get to go to factoring. Factoring, everyone's friend, hopefully. Okay, so let's look at the first one here. Y squared plus 8y plus 15 equals 0. Now for these, in order to factor them, you need to have 0 on one side and you need all the other terms on the other. One second, I gotta go get the phone. Okay, sorry about that. Like I was saying, you need to have 0 on one side and all the other terms on the other. You'll see an example here in a minute of where you need to move stuff around. But basically what you do is ignore this for a second and factor it. So if it helps, just ignore that 0, that equals 0 part of it. So now you need two numbers that multiply to get you 15 and add to get you 8. And hopefully you remember how to do this. If not, you're going to need to go back and watch the videos on how to factor. So I believe it is 3 and 5. Okay, now bring back the 0. Okay, now you're not done. You need to set each of those equal to 0. So y plus 3 equals 0, and y plus 5 equals 0. Then you solve, that's a one-step equation for each of them. So you solve it. So subtract 3. Y equals negative 3. And here you subtract 5. So y equals negative 5. Put and between it, because those are both of the answers, and then box your answer. That's what you do. And yes, you do need to show this part down here, because a lot of people, if they don't do this, they'll just say, oh, y equals 3, y equals 5. It's actually the opposite of it. So y would be negative 3 and negative 5. But for now, you need to show this part of it as well. Okay, let's look at another one. Okay, this one will be x squared minus 13x plus 40 equals 0. And I would like for you to try this one on your own because you're not having to move anything around. And I am going to put the pause sign up, so make sure you have this written down. Okay, here it comes. Okay, let's factor this lovely thing. So for this one, they should have both been negative. So minus 5 and x minus 8. Negative 5 times negative 8 is 40, and then negative 5 minus 8 is that negative 13. Now you set each of them equal to 0. So add 5 to both sides. So x equals 5 and x equals 8. So that means if we graphed this, it would cross the x-axis at 5, 0, and 8, 0. Okay, let's look at one where you're going to have to do a little bit of work. N squared minus 3n minus 14 equals 14. So on this one, I don't have 0 on one side, so I'm going to have to move that 14 over. So subtract 14. That gets me n squared minus 3n minus 28 equals 0. And now I factor it. So I need two numbers that multiply to get me negative 28 and add to get me negative 3. In this case, it's a positive 4 and a negative 7. Okay, now I set each of them equal to 0. And when you do your homework, it should look just like this. So subtract 4. And over here I'm going to add 7. So n equals negative 4 and n equals 7. Okay, now I have one for you to try on your own where you're going to have to move stuff around first before you factor. W squared minus 65 equals negative 8w. Okay, so move things around so you can go ahead and factor it. I'll put up the pause sign just to remind you that you do need to pause it. Okay. Hopefully you added the 8w. I don't know what else you could have done, really. Okay, so that is w squared plus 8w minus 65 equals 0. And your two numbers should have been positive 13 and a negative 5. So w plus 13, w minus 5 equals 0. Set each of them equal to 0. And then solve it. So subtract 13. W equals negative, whoops, I can't write. Negative 13. And I'm going to add 5. W equals 5. Okay, now the last two that we do, you're going to have to do slide, divide, slide. Okay, yep, those are coming back as well. So let's look at number 7. 5m squared minus 17m plus 14 equals 0. And I didn't give you any today where you're going to have to take out the GCF first. I wasn't that mean. Okay? So if you don't remember slide, divide, slide, you might need to go back and watch a video on it. But you do 5 times 14. So that would be m squared minus 17m plus 70. Okay, now I factor it. So I think it's minus 7 minus 10. Okay, so I did the slide, now I need to divide. Don't forget that part of it. I'm going to divide by whatever I slid over, so I'm dividing by 5. So this would become 5m minus 7. And this one over here reduces down to m minus 2. Okay, now I set each of those equal to 0, and you are going to get a decimal on this one. Okay, and if you get any decimals, just round to 2 decimal places, so the nearest hundredth. I'll do the work over here. So 5m minus 7 equals 0, and m minus 2 equals 0. So I'm going to add 7 to both sides. 5m equals 7. Divide by 5. M equals, and 7 divided by 5, you don't have to round, it's just 1.4. Okay, over here I'm going to add 2. I'll write it down here. So, and m equals 2. Okay, hopefully that wasn't too bad. I have one more to do with you. I'll have to do this one on the back. Number 8. 3c squared plus 20c plus 12 equals 0. And I would like for you to try this one on your own. Go as far as you can. Hopefully you can go and finish the problem, but if you get stuck, you can start it. So pause it real quick. Okay. 3 times 12. That would be 36. Okay, now I'm going to factor it. And it was a positive 2 and a positive 18. Divide by 3. So this one becomes 3c plus 2. And this one becomes c plus 6. Set each of them equal to 0. So 3c plus 2, whoops, I can't write again, equals 0, and c plus 6 equals 0. So subtract 2. 3c equals negative 2. And then I'm going to divide by 3. So c equals negative. And when you do negative 2 divided by 3, you get negative 6 repeating. So I'm going to round it to negative 0.67 or negative 0.67, whichever you prefer. And over here I'm going to subtract 6. So, and c equals negative 6. Okay, that is it for your notes for today. If you have any questions, please call me over, get some help. Your assignment is posted on Schoology.